Hi Skills fans, and welcome back to the channel. So this episode we will be covering the track stand, the hows, the whys, what not to do and what to do. And with that I want to introduce you to a very good friend of Skills Loop, Garrick. Oi, what an entrance. That's staying in. Garrick wants to practice his track stand, so he thought this would be the perfect opportunity to kind of join us and really kind of dial in the actual technique. Garrick, have you been practicing long?
Not at all. No, I've been at it a few years, obviously had a few courses with yourself, and track stand is something I've never really considered as part of skills development, so really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. If you haven't already, go and check out our very first episode. Click the link here and yeah, let's go. We are going to introduce you to the art of balance. So the track stand is super important, especially when you are riding a slightly more technical kind of terrain. So being able to have the kind of slow speed bike control and be able to stop track stand, check out the kind of line and then drop in, it will really help kind of progress your riding. Finding the sweet spot on the track stand can seem really hard at first, but with a few little key tweaks, you'll soon be having that track stand super neat and super balanced. We're just going to have a quick look at the before of Garrick, just to see what's going on and see where the areas are that we need to tweak and improve. So Garrick, take it away. So Garrick's got a really nice line here. That's not a bad start actually, that's really good. So he's got a nice definite point there. So just a little bit late turning the bars and then with the body tweak. Okay, so Garrick, do you want to come back in for me a second? I'm just going to be your stop marker. Put the brakes on for me. And then we'll get that nice 45 degrees. So what we want to be thinking about is that we are having our bars, our shoulders and our hips all mirroring and actually coming forward slightly with the body can help. Now there's a little trick here, and that's the inside leg can sit onto the actual saddle, and that just gives you a third point of contact. Feet nice and neutral, turn your bars about 45 degrees, keep a nice elbow here, and then we'll see where we're at on this. So come off your brakes as you turn in. That's it, we're good. Okay. Turn. It's nice. There, go nice and tall. That's it. So Garrick's just had a few runs in. Just tweaking a few little key areas. It's slowly getting there, slowly getting. So Garrick's just coming back in. We've had a few goes. Okay, so we... Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, dude. Well done. That's better. Practicing the track stand, there's a few key elements to it, and it is all about driving the front pedal forward. So if you are right foot forward, I suggest you turning the bars to the left. If you are left foot forward, turn your bars to the right. This is solely because when you are pressing the pedal, it enables the bike to roll forwards, and then as you come off the pedal, the bike will roll backwards. The practicing on a slight slope is really good. You can also get the basic movement against a tree or a wall, so just something that's like quite solid. So as you turn in at 45 degrees, you can wedge the tyre against the wall, brakes on, and just get the actual shape. You want your 45 degree turn to be so the front wheel is actually rolling back down and get the slope, and a nice way of doing this is just feel the bike. Does the bike want to roll? If it does, that's about right. Then the sweet foot is forward. I'll just move around so you can see, and then we're going to be applying pressure, taking it off, applying pressure and taking it off. Now the 45 degree turn is really important, and then to match that with your hips and shoulders. So just as a quick example of this, roll in, gear in, we want to be around kind of midway, so 5th gear, 4th gear is really nice. You don't want it too easy and you don't want it too hard that you can't get the actual cranks to rotate. So we roll in, we get a nice turn. Now you will notice my body position's quite high. If we're low and big knees, it's going to be really difficult because the bike's going to want to move around and you'll find it really difficult. So really place your body up nice and straight. Nice kink in this arm, and you can see the body weight is nice and central, it's nice and controlled, and you can stay here all day. Really thinking about when I put the pressure down, the bike will go forward, but as I ease off, the bike will come backwards. Just getting used to that movement and playing with that is a real quick way of getting used to the actual track stand. What I'm going to do now is grab Garrick in. We've just been through a few movements, so hopefully we will see that Garrick's technique has improved just a little bit or even loads. So that is a really nice position, look at that. So shoulders, hips, really lined up nicely. Nice turning, nice and controlled. With the e-bike, if you are practicing on the e-bike, what you want to be doing or think about is turning off the motor, because the motor will want to kick the bike forwards. So you're just having that turned off just while you practice will really, really help. So real nice turn in, that's good. Nice 45 degree. Nice small movement. Really flow into it. Nice turn. That's really good. Nice and calm. Garrick's left foot was dropped down and it stayed down. Really think about ratcheting back up as soon as you can to get that foot back into the kind of strong kind of position. So as soon as it drops, bring it back up. Come in a little bit steeper, so come in here and then turn in. That's it. That's good, that's good, that's really nice. Nice turn in, that's good. That's good, you really feel that bike. So that's good, that's really nice. Well done, Gary. Fantastic. Well done, nice crank back there. That was definitely your best one, well done. Once you have got past that stage and you've mastered it, you can then start kind of progressing to something a little bit more fancy. So taking your hands off at first is really, really nice, and this is where you're standing up is really important, so the hands are really nice and light. The right hand or your upward hand will always be a little bit more difficult. And then if you wanted to do something really special, there's a little trick I do where you get down to your front wheel. So you are now moving your bike forward and backwards with just your hand and power into that front foot. So to do this trick, and I might actually get Garrick in to come and have a try of this with me. Garrick, do you want to come and join me?
Oh, man.
Yeah, come on.
I'm going to rip my fingers off from the brakes.
It's cool. So you go that side because you are, no actually, you'll be best going this side.
What?
So I've just asked Garrick to join me again for this. I know Garrick has never done this before, so it's going to be quite interesting. So if you are right foot forward, stick your left foot on the pedal, and if you are left foot forward, put your right foot on the pedal. So Garrick's going to go right foot, and then what you want to do is allow your handlebar to come into your leg. So for you, it's going to be right side, and then what you want to do is plant your bum on your saddle. Your forward and back movement is going to be on that foot, and then your control foot, and this is why we use our strong foot on the actual tire, we just bring it forward like so. You can put your hand out as your balance, and then you can really start getting into this real nice control balance where you can point at Garrick, give him a smile. That's good. So that's nice, well done. So this is really difficult with a mudguard on because your point of contact is actually about here. So it's definitely worth doing this with no mudguard on. But if you fancy a challenge, you can just wedge your toe in there. And this will actually help your track stand because you'll learn how to put power in. That's really good. Fantastic, Garrick. Yeah, boy. So just getting used to the feel of the bike, moving backwards and forwards. With the track stand, don't think of just trying to be still like straight away, because it won't work. And the easiest way of thinking about this is that you are on a unicycle and kind of making that V shape. It's very, very similar. So you're always moving backwards and forwards. As you get really good at it, it will start getting smaller and smaller and smaller to where it looks like you're dead still. To be honest, a track stand, you only really need to do a track stand for a second or two. Anything past that and you are starting to get into the kind of trialsy kind of style of technique, but it is really good to learn the kind of slow speed bike control. Hi, Garrick. So to conclude, did those few pointers help, Garrick?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but the difference from my first roll into the last attempt, I mean, it's just, you know, night and day really, and it's set a good basis for me to start working on and practice more often.
Brilliant. And the practice word is the key point really, is that just get out there and practice. The good thing is with this technique, you don't need to be at a big bike park. You can be in your back garden, you can be at the local park. It's really one of those kind of core techniques that you've got no excuse really. I think Garrick did really well. If you think Garrick did well, whack that big like button, because I think he needs a big thumbs up. Garrick, thank you for being on the channel, really appreciate it, and it's great seeing you kind of progressing. Just keep it up, keep practicing, and I'm sure you'll see Garrick on the trails. He's definitely one of the Skills Loop family, so yeah, it'd be great to kind of see his progression. If you haven't already done so, go and hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and drop us a comment down below. The next video is going to be all about braking, and I think we've got Lex coming on board. Great guy, he also does some amazing coffee, so stay tuned, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the next episode.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Garrick. Boom. I think that's everything. Let's go. Yeah. I love the hand. The hand's good.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.